Today, we're going to journey deep inside the human body, to a place you probably only think about after a big meal. But here's the thing. Your gut is so much more than just a digestive tube. It's a full-blown command center that has a massive impact on your overall health.
I mean, think about it. Deep inside you, right this second, there's a hidden world, an entire ecosystem teeming with life, and it's doing way more than just breaking down your food. It's actually influencing your entire state of being.
And that kind of makes you wonder, right? Is your gut just this simple machine for digestion, or is it something more? Is it a powerful headquarters manufacturing the very chemicals that decide how you're going to feel tomorrow? Well, let's find out. To really get this, we've got to uncover the gut's secret identity. Scientists are now calling it the second brain, and trust me, there's a really good reason for that. The sheer scale of this inner world is it's staggering. Your gut is home to roughly 100 times trillion bacteria. That's more microbial cells than human cells in your entire body. And they're not just hanging out. They are actively driving your biology, influencing everything from your mood to your immune system. Now, if that number didn't blow your mind, get this. Let's talk about genetic power. We humans, right? We have about 20,000 genes making up our DNA. But the microbiome living inside of us? Oh, it has over 5 million genes. That's basically a gigantic biological factory running 24/7 inside you, with a massive say in your health. Okay, so let's dive into one of the most incredible connections in our body, this constant conversation that's happening between your gut and your brain. And this isn't just some simple phone call. It's more like a superhighway with a bunch of different lanes. Information is zipping back and forth through the vagus nerve, which is like a direct fiber optic cable. But it's also traveling through immune signals, through chemicals in your blood called metabolites, and through hormones. It is a constant, super complex dialogue. And here's a perfect example of just how important that conversation is. You've heard of serotonin, right? The famous happy chemical that helps with mood and sleep? Well, where do you think most of it is made? Spoiler, it's not in your brain. Over 90% of your body's serotonin is produced right there in your gut. And your gut bacteria have a huge say in its production. And it doesn't stop with serotonin, not by a long shot. Your gut is a full-on neurotransmitter factory. You've got specific bacteria in there that can produce dopamine, the motivation and reward chemical, and even GABA, which is your brain's primary calming chemical. The big takeaway here? The microbes in your gut are directly involved in making the chemicals that literally shape your mind. So beyond the brain, your gut also has another absolutely critical job. It's the central command center, the headquarters for your entire immune system. I mean, check out this number. Roughly 70 to 80% of your body's immune cells are stationed right there in your gut. And it makes perfect sense when you think about it. Your gut is the main place where the outside world is constantly meeting your inside world. So yeah, it needs to be heavily guarded. And your gut bacteria? They're the generals of this army. They literally train your immune cells to know the difference between a friend and an enemy. They produce compounds that control inflammation all over your body. It's so important that an imbalance is linked to pretty much every chronic inflammatory disease we know of. And what's wild is that the diversity of your gut can even predict how well you respond to certain cancer treatments. It's incredible. Okay, so we've covered the brain and the immune system, but the implications don't stop there. Not even close. It turns out your gut health also has a profound impact on how you age. See, our microbiome evolves right along with us. It gets started in infancy, hits its peak diversity in adulthood, and then, it tends to decline as we get older. But what's really fascinating is that scientists have found that the longest-lived people, we're talking centenarians, don't just have a healthier gut. They have a totally unique microbial signature that's linked to their incredible longevity. And this isn't just a coincidence. Research shows it's actually causal. In one amazing study, scientists took gut microbes from young mice and put them into old mice. And the result? The old mice literally live longer, healthier lives. It's just powerful proof that a healthy gut is a key ingredient for healthy aging. So all of this leads us to the big question, right? What can we do about it? How do we actually take care of this all-important command center? Well, thankfully, the answer is pretty simple, and it's on our plates. So first, let's just quickly clear up two words you hear all the time: prebiotics and probiotics. Probiotics are the live, good bacteria themselves. You find them in fermented foods like yogurt or kimchi. Prebiotics, on the other hand, are the food for those good bacteria. Think of them as fertilizer. It's basically the fiber you find in things like leeks, bananas, and whole grains. And here's the key: you need both.
So really, every meal is an opportunity. A microbiome-friendly diet is just packed with fiber from all sorts of plants to feed your microbes. It includes fermented foods to bring in new good guys. And it's rich in something called polyphenols. These are natural compounds in things like olive oil and colorful veggies that are great for your gut ecosystem.
The evidence is just crystal clear. Your gut is helping run the show, orchestrating your mood, defending your body, and influencing how you age. It is constantly sending signals, constantly communicating. So the ultimate point is this: your internal command center is talking. The real question is, are you listening?